The conflict in the Middle East escalated as assaults from Iran and militias supported by Tehran targeted both Israel and neighboring Arab countries. A high-ranking Iranian official indicated that negotiations with the United States were off the table. Military strikes by Israel and the United States continued to target Iran, while Israeli forces launched operations in southern Lebanon, resulting in a death toll of at least 31. This conflict erupted following the assassination of Iranian Supreme Leader Ayatollah Ali Khamenei. One of the assaults in Iran reportedly knocked Iranian state television offline. The repercussions of this violence are being felt worldwide. Numerous flights have been cancelled, protests have turned deadly, and both shipping and stock markets have faced suspensions. Responses have varied widely, oscillating between celebration and outrage. The coordinated military operations conducted by the United States and Israel against Iran, which commenced on February 28th, heightened concerns about an escalating conflict and potential repercussions for the global economy. In response to the Israeli bombardment of Tehran, Iran launched drones and missiles aimed at Israel and various locations throughout the Gulf region. Meanwhile, three key allies of the US, Britain, France, and Germany expressed their readiness to safeguard their interests in the area. The Israeli military says that Iran may have launched ballistic missiles carrying cluster bomb warheads. What are cluster munitions, and despite Khamenei's death, is the Shia regime firm on upping the ante? Here's all you need to know. Cluster munitions may be launched from the ground utilizing artillery, rockets, missiles, and mortar shells, or they can be released from aircraft. Upon deployment, these munitions usually detonate in the air, scattering numerous submunitions or bomblets across an extensive area. A significant number of these submunitions do not detonate upon first impact, resulting in unexploded ordnance that can cause indiscriminate harm and fatalities akin to landmines, persisting for years until they are located and neutralized. Iran and Israel declined to join a 2008 international ban on the production, stockpiling, transfer, and use of cluster bombs that has been signed by around 111 countries and 12 other entities. Civilian casualties during conflict often occur because cluster munitions scatter huge numbers of explosive submunitions over very large areas. As per the International Committee of the Red Cross, some models discharge hundreds of submunitions over more than 30,000 square meters of territory. Since these submunitions are generally free-falling, various factors, such as human error and wind, can cause them to strike well outside the intended target area. Moreover, a significant quantity of submunitions frequently do not explode as designed, resulting in the contamination of extensive regions with perilous unexploded ordnance. The existence of these munitions renders agricultural activities hazardous and obstructs the rebuilding and advancement of essential infrastructure, including roads, railways, and power facilities. The process of removing unexploded submunitions post-conflict is often fraught with challenges and risks. Indeed, some nations have been confronting this issue for many years. The conflict in Iran is sending shockwaves across the globe. Authorities reported that clashes between police and protesters in northern Pakistan and the southern port city of Karachi resulted in the deaths of at least 22 individuals. Violence erupted after hundreds of demonstrators breached the U.S. consulate in the area. Shipping firms have halted the movement of their vessels through the Suez Canal. These strikes have the potential to disrupt global markets, especially if Iran renders the Strait of Hormuz hazardous for commercial shipping. 1/5 of the oil traded globally transits through this critical waterway. The disruption of air travel in the region led to significant global effects, leaving hundreds of thousands of passengers either stranded or rerouted to alternative airports due to the closure of airspace by Israel, Qatar, Syria, Iran, Iraq, Kuwait, and Bahrain. In addition, the United Arab Emirates announced the closure of its primary stock exchanges.